Hey guys, Jules here. Once again, we're back for OCE Racing League 1, the last round of the season. And once again, we're going to do the 1 minute of silence in respect for Murray Walker. So if you can please all join on stream chat, please just keep silent for 1 minute. After the 1 minute, we'll then start the race. So yeah, just in respect for Murray Walker, unfortunately, if you don't know, has passed away as of this morning. So just 1 minute of silence begins now. And with that marks our 1 minute respect for Murray Walker. May he rest in peace. And thank you, viewers, for also doing that with us, and drivers as well, as we are now preparing to ready up for the race, the last race of the season. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. Tier 2 kicked it all off with a really entertaining race. So let's hope Tier 1's able to carry the same. So as we will take it across now. So with 1 second to go, we will introduce once again, Chris Mania, are you in here?
Sure am.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Welcome yourself.
Thank you. Looking forward to Tier 1?
As always.
Well, that's a good sign. So, your normal sign is watching cars race, so we got more of that one. And once again, joining us in Tier 1, he's back, ladies and gentlemen, Biggles.
Guess who's back? Back again. No, sorry. You said it, so I had to continue on it. Well, mate, I'm back for the very last time of this exciting season. It's been brilliant, hasn't it?
Definitely.
A roller coaster ride up and down. Obviously, Dougie just absolutely run away with this one. But I'm interested to see what's going to happen for the rest of the points-paying positions for the drivers, and obviously the Constructors' Championship as well. But I'd have to say, before we get underway, obviously for qualifying and for the last race this evening here in Australia, and we'll be obviously barbecuing at Jules's place after this race. But I have to say, guys, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. You guys have been an absolute blast. I feel like I'm back in Australia, even though I'm not. But your community, your mateship, and have treated me like, you know, the true blue, real Aussie. Made me feel at home and made me feel like I'm a part of this family. So I thank you very much for allowing me to help commentate.
Always are. Which is, it's great to hear that you feel that way, because it's always part of the family. But yeah, thank you for joining us, and thank you for your time as well, because you've made things run really smoothly too. So it helps, particularly as commentary in the commentary box. So, but nonetheless, thank you so much for all your support as well, Pickles. So it works both ways. We are on track with Piero in a very McLaren-looking car at the moment.
No, legally distinct from McLaren.
I mean,
What's a McLaren? I've never heard of McLaren.
with this sort of color, yeah. I mean, look, it is very distinct, but I can't help but see a McLaren there. So.
Oh, I just realised you are talking about the McLaren. Well, Brucey might be a little upset about that one, will he? Anyway.
He
10,
might.
11, 10, 10, 11, and 12 here. This is 10, 10, and 11. This is where most of the drivers been at. Guys, you are aware, obviously, Albert Park is changing this year as well. So that would be turn
Oh yeah.
9 and 10, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Definitely will be. Definitely will be. It'd be interesting to see what the racing will be like with the next couple changes. I'd be really interested to know how it goes because
Yeah, coming into the chicane on the back straight, you'll be ripping fast.
oh yeah, for sure. And it's going to be really fun to see just how much speed they're able to carry through to set them up for turn 10 and 11. As Pierre almost lost the back end of it, but he's able to carry it, and he's continuing on. So on the mediums for Pierre, there's a couple drivers actually on the mediums. There's 4 drivers on the medium tire.
Yeah.
They're obviously trying the Tier 2 strategy. As bottom barrel 24, so Joshi for the win. Basic Kiwi, let's go. So, yeah, let's go, alright. So Joshi for the win. What do we reckon?
Anything can happen.
It's true. It's very true. It's
Well, it's Albert Park, right? And this is the last chance that Sir Josh can kind of bring it to. He's been battling, hasn't he, with Mr. Dougie Falcons all seasoning. So Dougie Falcons probably knowing that he's got that championship in the bag. Will he be putting up so much of a fight? And will Sir Joshy try to prove that, you know what, mate? I am slowly catching you. And if you want to bring it next season, well, I could be the man on the top step instead of you.
It's true. It's true. I would really like to see Sir Joshi at least grab a win in the final race. Just it will help with a lot of momentum going into the next season. But I suppose we'll see very shortly how that goes. I mean, Dougie winning the championship, his lowest position was I think second in Singapore when he came in. I reckon it's going to be pretty tough, and as does Iron Giant, it's going to be a tough race between Joshi and Dougie. It definitely will be. I think Joshi, he's pretty quick around here, and I think going off the time trial, there's not a lot in it. I think there's only a couple tenths off the time trial results between the two. So Joshi's there. It's definitely going to come down to quite a bit of strategy as well, not just setup. As we saw in the Tier 2 race, Zox managed to make those hards go till like lap 19 and ended up 1/10 away from Migs, but Migs went from soft to medium. So there's plenty of strategy to choose from. It's who's able to make the tire work. As Piero is also going for another hot lap, as he posted a 121.9 just before. He's going a little bit quicker, but we'll see how he goes. What are your thoughts on the tire strategies, Biggles?
Oh, tires?
Yes.
Sorry, I just got out of the Bunnings there for a sausage sizzle.
No
It's called
worries.
there. Tires? Well, that's going to be interesting this evening. Obviously, the mediums will be a better option, but will they have that traction here in Albert Park and easily get on to the grass there and slip that pretty easy and bank that into a wall here in Albert Park. It's also, believe it or not, I don't want to be a bearer of bad news, but well, the reason why they're doing some repairs to the Albert Park track is this season, not repairs, upgrades, is because I believe in the last 3 years there's only been 17 overtakes. If I'm not mistaken.
That's
17
a pretty mental stat
in
when you think about it,
3
isn't it?
years. And the only track that has less overtakes, of course, is Monaco. I think about 11. And that's in 3 years. So, yes, get on with it. Well, how did I talk about track upgrades when we're talking about tires? Yes, so let's go back to the tires. Well, a safety car is generally pretty much a gimme here as well.
It is.
But with 12 drivers on the grid, that may not be the situation. So, yes, I think so, Joshy, going out on mediums and setting a good time on mediums as well as Pero. That could be a good strategy because obviously there's 12 drivers. So,
Definitely.
only 2 of them will have the chance to elect a different compound. And everybody else, well, what you see is what you get.
It's true. I believe also Kiwi has also just joined in the session, so we should have 13 drivers. I think it's just the last race of the season. Just the last race of the season, a few people just weren't able to sit in. I know John Jang was having internet issues, network issues, which will obviously affected his racing now, as I think Dougie Falcon just got into the way of BQ Shadow's lap. So, but I'd like to see Shadow's angle from that one. But yeah, going off as I love controls in the pits. But yeah, I'd like to see. I would really like to see Shadow's angle from that one actually, because it looked like Dougie was right on the racing line. So, but yeah, nonetheless, look, it's the last race of the season. It kind of gets like that when it gets to the end sometimes, but you just got to always sometimes just push through it. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens in season 3. But nonetheless, we'll talk about season 3 when season 3 comes around. We still got one more race to go, so the battle in that midfield is quite tight. So it's going to be really, really good to see who's able to come away with the points in this final race, because I think that mid pack is only separated by about 10 points in that mid pack.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing right now as well there, Julesy, is that what the drivers are separated by a second. So the drivers at the moment from P1 down to P8, the only drivers that have actually put a lap time in, a second difference between them, actually 8/10 almost. So even though it's the last race of the season, they're still bringing it like it's the first race of the season.
It's true. Times are getting closer. Like I've noticed from round 1 to round 10, the times are getting much closer together from when we started. So it's really great to see that everyone is getting quicker together, and it's the community helping each other, plus the racing together has been building everyone together, which is great to see.
Yeah, no, we run 4 practice sessions a week and tons of crosstalk about setups and how to improve and lines people take. Which curbs you can really murder.
It's true. It's true. Now I think we're also running an IGP race manager as well on the side. Now
I don't know if that's going to improve people's track time per se, but maybe it'll give you a bit of a strategy.
It's true. It's true. Give you a bit of strategy talk. As John, whoa, Wobble Candy's in the wall. Oh, he's lucky he did not retire himself. He's clipped the front wing though, and it most definitely destroyed the mediums. So I think that rules that strategy out the window. But as he's about,
Yeah, only one set of mediums, right?
Yeah.
So if they're done, they're done.
Pretty much. As John Jang, hard to soft, I love hard. So we know what John Jang prefers. For the
No, but he loves hards.
on that tire debate. So, unfortunately for Wobble Candy, that's his medium strategy out the window. He's probably going to have to start on the softs now. So, unlucky for him. Unlucky. As anybody else going around the track right now, looks like Peanuts is going for another lap. As we ride on board with Peanuts. Bit of a lock up into turn 3. Oh, massive spin. He's made contact with the wall. Oh, that's a big glitch.
Oh.
So, are you telling me right now the 2 drivers you've been on recently, you've commentated cursed already, guys? Come on, this is the last race of the season. I thought you were going to give him a break.
It's not my fault. As Dougie Falcon looks like he's giving it hell. Oh, no, it wasn't Dougie Falcon. There was another car in the blue. I think it might have been I Love Controller. No, not him. But Dougie going around with a 26.2 in Sector 1. So this will be his second lap, actually. I think he invalidated his first lap.
So, who's gonna have the honor there of doing the hot lap there with Dougie, as you're riding on board with for the last time this season?
It will be interesting to see. Well, look, Dougie's is going on a soft banker, and Sir Josh is going on the medium. So, again, there's definitely strategy at play here. It's going to be a case of who gets off the line the quickest. So, if Dougie's able to get off the line slightly quicker, he'll be okay and be able to blitz ahead of the field. But if Sir Joshy does do what Sex did in Singapore and get away off the line quicker, then Dougie might be in a little bit of trouble because...
Well, sorry to cut you off. I'm going to tell you who's going to be quicker than everybody else on the planet right now in Albert Park in Australia. That's Dougie. And that's 0.02 of a second quicker. Sorry to cut you off on that one.
No, it's all good. So Dougie, yeah, as you can see, a 19.3. Remember, there's a tire difference between the two, Sir Joshy and Dougie. So it's going to come down to who gets off the line better. If Sir Joshy gets away, Dougie may be in a little bit of trouble because as we saw from Tier 2, those mediums were able to go until lap 18, lap 19, and they were still holding up okay. I mean, on the downside, but very much okay. So, it'd be interesting to see. Again, it's going to come down to who gets off the line first. But right now, it's in qualifying. And Iron Giant, Jules always does the commentator curse. I do not always do the commentator curse. It just happens to be the time I jump on board with and they crash. It's not my fault.
He
Hey, be
does,
careful.
Ian.
He
He
might
does.
curse you for trying to land. You will remember that.
Yeah,
Dude,
my plane will probably go down going back to Panama from Australia, okay, because of the curse they'll give me. So this may be the last time you hear from me ever in my commentating career. So I thank you, everybody. Thank you, my family. I love you all.
So, as we can see, Shadow going around on a bit of a hot lap. Seems to be a better lap than his first lap. With 5 minutes of the session to go, he should just get another lap in, which will be good for him. A little bit wide has invalidated his lap, so that's
What's
unfortunate.
wide?
What would
Is
it
that
have
next lap
been?
invalidated?
Yeah, 121.2. So would have put him in 6th, just behind Gwackle. Gwackle also on the mediums with a very nice time of 121.1. 5th,
Solid.
not far off. Little,
Fifth ahead of quite a few soft runners.
it's true.
So
It's
I got some Twitter coming into my phone at the moment going. So Josie, if you're out in the grid right now, what sort of time do you think you'd be setting?
true.
What were you doing in practice?
In practice, I was doing. What was I doing? I think my time was a 23, but not on hot lap. So, with also quite a few mistakes. So, I'm probably going to assume a 19.8, maybe a 19.5 with the softs. Not as quick as Dougie. And if I was going to do a 19.5, a 19.8, I can guarantee you, Sir Josh, you can probably do a 19.3. Probably. So, but again, yeah,
Well, he's got to get out there, doesn't he? And he's got to get. But obviously, he's on the medium, so
he.
Josh,
I don't think
yeah.
he'd probably want to put on the softs. Again, it's tough.
Do you think he could go to the inters or the wet perhaps this evening?
I mean, is
What's
there
gonna
going to be rain? Chris, do we know if there's going to be any rain?
This is Melbourne, guys. It rains. It's 4 seasons in one. It's guaranteed at some point. You're gonna have.
You might have missed the tier 2 race, but we did have storm conditions for quali
Oh yes, I was gonna ask you
onto-
guys about that.
onto clear weather for the race, and it looks like the clear weather's continued, and it will
So
continue.
yeah,
right through.
how was the tier 2? Who wrapped up the tier 2 championship? Is it finished now?
Yes, so Zogs finished it in Belgium as the winner as Wobble Candy crashed out. As Window puts in a 128.8, so Window puts himself into 2nd place.
But to answer your question, it looks like we won't have any worse than overcast for the race.
How do you know that? Did you hack into that? I mean, I thought we were in the same commentary box. I mean, I was unplugging the cables and plugging them into the back of the computer that you have there, but you have an extra cable going there because I don't see that information.
Hey, I know a guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a little bit of bribery and corruption here in Australia, as you'd expect.
Bribing the weather, as you do.
More like inside input. As Migs
As
runs.
Ian was saying, Chris, do you think you'd make up highlights video of Jules' commentating? Sorry,
That's what you started
that's not a
with.
bad idea, actually.
That is a good idea.
Sure.
We should probably look into
Yeah.
that, shouldn't we?
Yeah, it would be about a 40-minute clip at least if you have the time to watch it.
Might have to split it up into a few parts.
Maybe. As I love controller going very wide as we just jumped on board with him. He's going very slow, but I think he was just hopping out of the way of who is that that's gone by? It looks like Migs to me. It is Migs.
Yeah, he was just
Okay,
getting out of the way.
I'll tell you what, guys, as Australians, all right, with 2 minutes left of qualifying, if we're going to go on board with somebody, I want to test your knowledge of the Formula One track here in Albert Park. Do you know all the corner names?
Corner names? No. I don't really know the corner names. I will know what's happened where, but not corner names.
Ah.
Nah,
Well, I'll tell you
really
one
do
thing.
need to learn the corner names, actually.
You can
Well,
probably
if we
tell you
go
some
on-
of the names of the grandstands.
I know that, yes,
go-
that I know.
Yeah, the grandstands are also related to the corners as well. So if we can go on board with somebody in a hot lap with 1 minute left remaining.
I love controller, maybe?
All right, let's go. I love controller. I love my controller as well. I love my keyboard and my controller. Here we go. So this is the Alpine driver, soon to be. He's going. No, he's not actually. He's got a box. Oh, come on. Give me a lot.
Alright, so right now, so on board with Sir Joshy. So right now, he's coming up to, what stand is that?
What corner is that? Yeah,
It's
exactly.
turn 10 and 11. I forget the name of that particular stand. I've been on it before. It's quite a nice stand. it's a really nice stand. So right now on board with Sir Joshy. So on the left you'll have the Prost, Senna, and Schumacher stands.
Nice.
So all these
All
down
right.
here. So the very far one is Schumacher. Then you got Senna. Then you got Prost down here.
So he's
Coming
on a
up.
hot lap right now.
Yeah, coming up on the
Okay.
left.
What's
you've
the
got
first corner?
Jones and Brabham stands on the left.
Correct.
So
Good
Brabham
call.
on the right, Jones on the left. Upcoming now is PK stand right up front in turn 3.
Right. What's
On
this turn 4?
Turn 4, you've got
here?
Ricardo. Ricardo stand right in front.
Hellas.
No. So
Hellas.
right in front of Sir Josh is Ricardo.
This is Whitefoot corner right here, sweeping to the right. That's turn 5. This is now called the Marina corner in turn 6 there. I'll give you a crash course in Albert Park.
Sir Josh
Now,
is 5
this
tenths up
is
on his
the
lap.
louder corner right here because you're loud on the loud pedal, heavy on the throttle. There you go.
Yeah. So now Sir Joshy up 5 tenths already in sector 1, and I know Dougie's probably going to try and respond to that because he is out at the moment. What is Sir Joshy's time? He's 8 tenths up. Where does that put him? He's a 20.1. It's not enough.
P1
Is,
at the
it's
moment,
not
mate.
enough, is it?
He's slotting it in. No, he's slotting in provisional pole, I believe, at the moment. Purple select the middle two. Can he hook it up around here?
His time will be a 120.1 at this point in time. I don't think it'll be
Stop
enough.
cursing him. Stop cursing him. He's going to make it happen. Come on. I believe in you, Joshy, even if the other commentators don't. Hook up that final corner here.
Oh no!
Don't hook it up that much,
can't
Joshy. Not
believe
that
you've
much.
done that.
Okay, fair enough. Another one in the bag. Well, Dougie is going to go even faster again. Dougie's probably just realized on the radio that
Sir
somebody
Joshy
has just died
has
ahead of
lost
him
it.
on the track.
Sir Joshy has lost it straight into the wall, and that's gonna.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Dougie's gonna
As Dougie
blister
does
this
go.
one.
Dougie does go for a 19.1. So not a blister. Didn't blister it, but he does go quicker.
It's sandbagging it's like a test, isn't it? Of day 2 of Formula 1 testing here in Albert Park. He's
As-
sandbagging. It's like a
yeah.
Mercedes.
Pretty much, as we're on board with Peanuts right now, who is 1 tenth up in his sector 1. He's almost 2 tenths up in his sector 2. So where does that put Peanuts? Shadow then puts himself into 7th. I think the only other car, Wobble Candy's coming across the line. Where does Wobble Candy go? He puts himself up into 7th, so jumps Shadow. Where will Peanuts put himself? So,
Be available. Looks like Aston Martin coloured cars there for Peanuts.
oh, it really does. So Peanuts, where is he going to put his time? With a one, looks like 120, 120.9, was it? He's losing control right at the end. Puts himself in P5th. P5. Well done, Peanuts.
5, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
last
good,
lap.
good job, Peanuts. Costing your team about 5 hours of damage repair. Go ahead.
It has knocked Sir Joshy down into 6th, unfortunately. So Peanuts just pipped Sir Joshy. So that last corner from Sir Joshy, who knows how much that's going to cost him. But at the end of the day, he's on the medium. So if he can take those as far as possible, he might be within a shot. Again, it's all comes down to JD Sev, Piero, Window. What can these guys do off the line if they
It
can
comes
get
down
Dougie?
to 10 seconds right now that Chris has to read through those qualifying results. Go ahead, Chris. 10. Go.
Oh, I can't read.
So Dougie in
Dougie.
first, JD 7th,
Yep.
2nd, Piero 3rd, Window 4th, Peanuts 5th, Joshi 6th, confirmed 7th, Wobble Candy 8th, Shadow 9th, and
And Vicky
Gwackle rounding
Shadow.
out the top 10.
Sorry, I
All
turned
right.
illiterate for a
Ooh,
second.
we
there.
had to speed through that for the very last time this evening here for the tier 1 of a Oceanic. Oh, well, Oceania. Sorry, this is way too early in the morning for me.
But I will flick to the current standings right now, as you can see. So I forgot to do that in tier 2, to be honest, man. My mistake for the guys in tier 2. But now running into the current standings, Dougie, as you can see, the champion for tier 1. So Joshi will probably finish 2nd. I don't think he can be caught by Sex. It comes
Where
down.
is Sex?
He is away. He's got homework. So
Yeah, I'm sure. I've had plenty of homework. But go ahead. Sorry. No,
well,
no.
it's close between P12. So Window in P12 and JD Sev in P7, and there's 7 points separated by 7 drivers.
Ooh, good.
So
So how much prize money do they win at the end of the season?
at this point in time, nothing.
They get
High five.
no. What they will get is like extended
Respect.
barbecue hours at
Respect.
Jules's house later on.
They get an extra
Okay.
hamburger.
extra feed. Yeah, extra feed. I like that.
But And if they're ready for vegetarian, they can get a, what's it called? A vegan burger, which we make it out of chickpea and we put a little bit of mushroom in it, so chickpea and mushroom.
I'm looking forward to this later. And obviously, if you're under 18, you're going to be drinking that Heineken 0.00. Wink, wink. Sponsorship.
Well, you've got the Carlton Zero, so.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, wink,
Hey,
wink.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Sponsorship.
Neither of these brands are paying for airtime right now.
They're
So-
listening. They're listening out there.
But
This
nonetheless,
is the new market,
By
guys.
Rich Energy.
Forget television,
Rich
guys.
Energy.
Okay, nobody watches television anymore. It's all online. This is where you need to put your money. Okay,
That's
go.
true. But nonetheless, you can see the drivers warming up. But look, it's close between these standings. Even between 22nd, which is where Confirmed is. Confirmed gets a good result, can put himself in P19, which is where Alex is, who is not racing. So again, it's all going to come down to, with 13 drivers in the field, 3 drivers are the only ones not going to be able to finish in the points. So who knows what's going to happen here.
It's Albert Park, mate. And guess what? It's been 10 long races, if not mistaken. When was this? When was the first race? Well, I can't even remember back that far now. It's been crazy
10 weeks
season.
ago.
Yeah, where did we start with? We started with...
Yeah.
I actually forgot. What was our first race? Bahrain.
was our first
Bahrain,
race.
that's right. I was
Bahrain.
about to say it was Bahrain. We started with Bahrain.
On the 10th of January.
Yeah, 10th of January.
Okay.
Boy, it's
So if you're on
flown.
Twitch, you can scroll down just on our page and find the whole
So-
film there.
It's
So
flown, hasn't it?
pandemic's over, almost over. Christmas is over and dusted. And now this fantastic Tier 1 championship's about to be over. I'm going to have a little bit of a tear in my eyes, guys, as we're going to see these drivers line up, well, artificially line up on the race grid, because we can't actually let drivers really line up. So that
Why
will never
not?
happen.
Codemasters
last
did not
time.
trust us to do this.
I would not trust you guys to do that at all. Who's going to have the honors for the last race of this
Well,
Tier 1 season?
it comes down, as we see, 5 lights are out. Who's going to be the first car off the line, as we do have this glitch at the moment where no one moves. Looks like Dougie's got a decent start. I don't know if it's good. It looks decent to me, but he's able to hold first place and swings it into first, as it looks like Pierre has jumped JD Sev. So Pierre, closest one. Dougie's sprinting away. It looks like Sir Joshi trying to hold off against Confirmed. Looks like Ubiquitous Shadow jumping Confirmed. He almost Confirmed just holds him around and manages to keep his position. Although he does run wide, and that has not helped his cause at all. It's shortened his line, and he's just gotten there with Quackle having to go deep on the brakes. Wobble Candy side by side with Quackle just bails out. So that one mistake from Confirmed, and it's still kicking off here at the back with Miggs in 11th. Our race winner of Tier 2 is in 11th right now. I Love Controller managing to make up one place so far. These guys getting very close together, as it looks like Quackle really close to the back of Confirmed, only 4 tenths in it. Peanut's even closer to JD Sev with 4.5 tenths in it. So these guys going for it for one last time. So we'll see how he goes. Piero 1 second back from Dougie Falcon. So Dougie already trying to build out his lead early. Boy, it is looking dark here at this track so far.
It does look pretty miserable, but so my intel tells me no rain on the way.
Oh, geez, Confirmed almost lost it. Quackle is going to go past Confirmed if Confirmed can hold it. They're side by side going to turn
He's still
1.
there.
Who's going to hold it? Who's going to hold out? They go for it. Enough space. There's a touch. Confirmed almost loses it. It looks like Wobble Candy's going to get the jump. He does get the jump on Confirmed. And Confirmed's about to lose another place to Miggs. Whoops.
Really
Long one.
struggling there.
Miggs goes in the inside. Confirmed, unfortunately. That one mistake has cost him 3 places. He's now going to come up against I Love Controller. But I Love Controller does touch the grass. So that does give Confirmed a bit more breathing space. So
Absolutely brilliant racing at the back there. Look for Sir Joshi at the moment on the back. It looks like his teammate, but it's not. It's just the same colours, different cars, different drivers. Sir Joshi, well, he wants to make his way back up to catch the man that had beat him in this championship, and he will not forget about that one. He wants to finish solid second in this championship. In fact, he wants to win this race to prove that, you know what, Dougie, might win the championship, but I'm going to win the Albert Park race because I want more of those snags on the barbecue that Jules is going to be giving us this evening after the race.
As I think I Love Controller has actually lost it. He has lost it out of turn 11. So it's very easy to do there. Really easy to do. That curve out of turn 11 is incredibly high. So Joshy getting quite squirrely out of the last corner.
He's actually not looked too comfortable on these tyres the whole lap. I've just been keeping an eye on him. So
You
medium.
commentators are the worst people ever when it comes to Sir Joshy. I'm all for you. Everybody's like, they're just trying to like, yeah, you're a little squirrely out of the corner. You're not on the power. You're not there. Your glass is half full, Joshy. Don't listen to the glass half empty from these other commentators. You can bring it, sir.
He can definitely bring it. We're not denying that. I mean, look. You know what I think is probably happening? With the overcast on the track, the guys on the mediums, I feel like, are probably going to struggle a little bit more.
Well, actually, I was just going to ask. The track temperature is lower than, on a bright sunny day. Right now, I think it's like 25, 26.
It will affect tyre wear.
Have you guys not visited Melbourne before? This is absolute Melbourne temperatures right now.
Oh, definitely. We've seen all these conditions
very wide.
first hand at this track.
First hand, I experienced it firsthand today. I had a coaching this morning, and went from freezing cold to a bit of sun, then massive winds. So
4 seasons in one. It's called visit Melbourne out there, everybody. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's 4 seasons in one.
I don't think I sold it very well. So,
but the
one
coffee's
person
really good,
has sold Melbourne right now is Dougie, a 4.5 second gap. It's not just selling, but signed, sealed, and delivering his championship. But at the moment, it looks like Sir Joshy's going to make a run. This is it for Sir Joshy.
He does get him. That's one place. Oh, he's outbraked himself though.
Yeah,
he can hold it down the inside. Oh, unfortunately, that's going to hurt him. But he might be able to carry the speed through turn 7 and 8. Not close enough just yet to make a move. Will he make a move into turn 9 and 10? Turn 8 and 9? Not close enough yet. So again, he's going to have to wait for the DRS zone. All the time, the guys in front, Peanuts, JD Seb, Pierre, and Dougie are getting away. The more these guys are battling. Is he going to go down the inside?
He's going to make a run here.
Oh,
is he going to be into turn 11 and 12? Hold your breath here. This is going to be something where you've seen somebody. Oh no, actually, he's going to back off a little bit. DRS toe. Look at this. It's going to be a four-way battle.
Oh, window in the wall.
There he is.
Massive.
So is that
crash.
window?
Yeah, window straight in the wall.
That is the turn at 11 and 12 def, really. You think about Wall of Champions in Canada, well, that in Australia, that I've seen so many drivers been there at the moment. So many medical cars have been deployed, and that's unfortunate for Windu. He's still in the race, but
yeah,
no safety car. What?
Disqualify? Yeah, no safety car. Must have just been a yellow in the sector.
That was amazing, isn't it?
Big crash for such a little.
That was scary.
It was huge.
Yeah.
It looks like.
I mean, we almost had to pause the broadcast and not show that because it was scary. Yeah, it looks like the battle at the moment, Guackle is on Sir Joshy, and Sir Joshy is running in P6. He's tucked up behind the shadow.
Guackle's getting all kinds of sideways out of these corners.
He definitely is.
He's showing off his car control a little bit, isn't he?
Sir Joshy now trying to make a move on Ubiquitous Shadow. Ubiquitous Shadow, I should say. So Shadow's outbroken himself a little bit. It has given.
Oh, there's somebody spinning off to the background as well. That's wobbly Canley going a little bit too wobbly.
He is.
Well, you know what? Are we going to see a little repeat of a two abreast into
Piero has retired from the session.
Oh,
he's on the track.
The track as well.
Safety car. There's a safety car.
That is absolutely a safety car.
There's like 3 cars spun on there. There's carbon fiber flying all over the place. There's 10,000 Australians going absolutely mad.
10,000 Australians, including 3 in commentating right now. Window drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car.
PS out there, guys. Never get 3 Australian guys in the commentary box. It's going to be absolute madness. Anyway.
Here we go. Everyone's boxing. Everyone's going to go for the hards, I assume.
Oh! Actually, I think Sir Joshy missed the pit lane entrance.
No, he's in.
Stay out.
Oh, so Joshy is going to stay out.
Yeah, he missed it. It looked like he was turning in there for a second, hit the grass, and then said, okay, well, no, I'm going to stay out. So, interesting strategy.
Well, you know what's even more interesting? Miggs has stayed out, and they both have jumped Sir Joshy. Oh no, no, so Dougie, not Sir Joshie, Dougie. So Dougie is now down to third.
So what is the magic that you, Chris, you're hooking up there for those plugs and cables here as you're hacking into the weather report there? Because I don't think I actually saw this evening the telemetry glitch that occurs on lap 3 earlier.
What's that?
So I don't know. The telemetry glitch that occurs with the game. Where are you guys not aware?
Oh
of
yeah,
that?
yeah. I think I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Where
Oh, so you
I
plugged the
remember
right
all
cable
left.
in. You need to tell me what cable to plug in. Anyway, so Josh, you're leading
The
from
blue one.
Magic. Is it Magic?
It's Migs. C.
Migs. It's Migsy. And Dougie, they're coming in. Remember, Dougie's coming in and out now. So Dougie and Sev have got some fresh boots on them now, so it's going to be a challenge, isn't it? So you can see those races. So Joshy up 5, Migsy up 9, and Kiwi up 7. So they're your gainers, and Dougie and Sev down 2, but they've already boxed.
It's true. I mean, look, it's smart play from Sir Joshie and Migs because we know these tyres will go to lap 18. They've seen the tyre go to lap 18. This will definitely help them with the safety car. It means they will get there a little bit more smoothly.
It's true. They could even would it be worth pushing the
No,
stint?
I think 10 laps on the softs is about right because you could see Zox was closing in on Migs at what 2 seconds a lap at one station. He continued that on for the entirety of those 10 laps. I think those, and even then, Zox did say he could get another two or three more laps at that pace out of them. So
Right.
I think lap 28, lap 18, lap 19 will be a good time for those medium tyres to come in.
So what do you think of the guys who've boxed for the mediums then? Yeah.
I assume it'll just make their run a little bit easier. So they know they'll go to lap 18, 19. It'll just make it a little bit easier than Sir Joshie and Migs.
We got a few guys on the hards. Two cars on the hards. Peanuts and Shadow there.
They're going to the end. So
Yeah, no, of course.
for sure, they'll get to the end for sure. So that's what, 20...
Curious to see where they actually end up after.
How's it going to feel, obviously, starting the race starting the restart on the hards and having the likes of Confirmed and Guackle that are going to be on blisteringly fast soft tyres behind them? Would you put up much of a fight, you think? Knowing that those soft runners will have to box
It'll
again?
take 8, as we saw with Zox, it'll take 8 or 9 laps. It might take even longer because of the track temperature. So I feel like it's going to be 10 or 11 laps of pain for Peanuts and Shadow. When they get to lap 17, when the soft tyres start boxing, those hard tyres will come into their own. They will start picking up pace. Because the fuel goes down, they will sort of have that pace in that tyre to march onwards. Obviously, if they're able to keep just under a pit stop ahead of the guys in front, they're within a shot. However, the guys going on the softs, look, it can go either way because we know how fast these guys are. And with softs, compared to hards, we saw in the last race, there's a 2-second gap between the two tyre compounds. So
Yeah, there you heard it. You heard it from Josie, and he's a race car driver, a fast race car driver as well. Now, Sergio will become essentially the safety car as the Merc has gone off into the distance. He has Migsy behind him. Remember, those two guys are on older medium tyres. Look out for Dougie and look out for Sev on fresh tyres. They see if they can make a pounce here as now Joshy will get on that loud pedal anytime soon.
The other driver we
He
didn't
is
mention
going
actually
very
on
slowly.
hard mediums is Kiwi. Kiwi is put himself into 5th place on the old mediums. So the guys starting on the harder tyre, probably a good oh, Mix has lost it.
No, Mixing's lost. This is the second or third time I've seen that from a driver. Too heavy on the pedal coming out of the corner. Game over. The game's not going to give you a safety car or even a virtual safety car there. Joshy's got a great exit then, great speed there. Dougie's going to make his way up into P2, obviously. From that, there's a challenge behind there. Actually, no, Dougie's got past Sir Joshy so quickly. I guess that's the reason why this man...
mistake out of T2 there.
He had to. There's no... I mean, Dougie's an absolute machine, isn't he? But really overtaking in a couple of corners, that's just... it's just injury to insult, isn't it?
Yeah, he's going to be absolutely hitting himself over that.
Yeah, look, I think Sir Joshua would have been hoping Miggs would have been able to hold Dougie, but made the mistake straight away as we have another yellow flag, and it looks like Wobble Candy has gone round once again. He's
Yep.
he's really not been enjoying since Belgium, since his mistake in Belgium. He's been having quite a few spins lately, unfortunately for him. As we now have a bit of a train behind Kiwi with Shadow confirmed and Guackle, all the drivers that are battling for that mid-table pack, all clustered together. Guackle going around going through the inside are confirmed. Will he make a stick? He does. Shadow trying to make it also on Kiwi too. He does also make the move on Kiwi. Guackle also making the move on Kiwi. Kiwi losing two spots in 2 corners is confirmed to hit the back of
some
Kiwi.
contact there.
So confirmed is going to have a little bit of damage as Window goes to do his drive-through penalty. Doesn't look like confirmed has got a lot of damage, which is good for him. But
Oh yeah, can't see anything, but
Shadow on those hards. Oh, that was Guackle having to be very late on those brakes. So it's also allowing Peanuts to have his own sort of race. Even Peanuts, if Peanuts still remains within a pit stop of Dougie, it might play into a little bit of play for him. Because, again, it's for position. He's not going to give that place up for place easy, especially to the champion of Tier 1. You kind of want to beat him on merit. So, as Guackle gets himself a 3-second time penalty, pushing all his might as he can on those softs compared to those hards. He's going to make the move down into turn 8. Will he make it stick? He does make it stick. And there he goes. Shadow having to brake very late. So, Guackle now on his march towards Peanuts.
We also saw confirmed get past Kiwi. That's softs versus the mediums there, right, on the restart?
Yeah, it definitely
I
is.
think so.
Definitely is. Softs compared to
So he did
old mediums.
He managed to get that done.
Softs compared to old mediums. So for those medium tyre runners, will have better lifespan than in comparison to the guys that were in Tier 2. So that we know they will go longer. As Rob Maddox, or Mad Dog, I should say, hards are horrible. Yes, they really, really are. But Zox did make him work somehow. And I think in this sort of temperature, I don't think hards are probably the way to go. But you never know. We'll find out come the end of the race.
Lap 10 of 29 here, so we're over at 1/3 of the race distance at the moment. One person that is basically 1/3 faster than everybody else on the racing at the moment is Mr. Dougie Falcons. His last lap a 1:23.9. The last lap of Sir Joshy a 1:25. Everybody else is in 1:25, 26, 27s.
Well,
Dougie,
remember, Sir
is a
Joshy
planet.
is 5-lap older tyres that will make a big, particularly around here, because Australia does eat the front left tyre.
Exactly. If it doesn't kill you, if it's 10,000 poisonous spiders and snakes as well, the tires will just burn out.
Guackle
But
really
then again, I
close
had to say, Joshy's doing pretty good pace. So it's 25 flat. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, Guackle very close to the back of Peanuts right now. He's probably going to get him, not into turn 11, but he will get the DRS zone straight out of here. He will burst past Peanuts. As we can see, Peanuts going defensive. Guackle going to try and go around the outside into turn 13. Just holds it, goes off the track.
Very wide.
But
coming
he's
back.
just made it stick. So Guackle on the charge. You know what? I think Guackle could do a soft pit stop if he can.
I think he might get in trouble for doing that.
Well, actually, no. What did Guackle start on?
Not if he gets the obviously the $20 that Jules would be slipping him under. Anyway, yeah, he has obviously a box again. Here's a look at this battle at the moment into turn 1.
Oh
my god!
Confirmed. Big twitches out of Confirmed and Shadow. These guys still going side by side.
Incredible reflexes to save that, keep that pointed where it needed to be.
Confirmed. These guys are side by side. Shadow just holds out. Confirmed. With these points, will jump Alex in the championship. So,
seriously impressive effort from Shadow to keep the car there.
I
really think he was going to take both of them. Like, he was probably sideways for a second there.
Look, it's impressive feat from all our Tier 1 drivers. So, as Confirmed, touching the grass, and that's not going to help his entry and exit out of turn 8. So, right now, the field is starting to spread out after that safety car. We've had one retirement so far, and that is Piero. And right where Confirmed is right now is where he went into the tyre wall, into the barrier after touching the curb, which will throw your car around, particularly if you're running if you're running a lower ride height, if you do have too low of a ride height, it will throw your car into the wall.
He drills it. Or ask Mr. Magic what happens when you hit the pedal. Oh, sorry, Windu, if you hit the pedal too heavy on a race restart.
So Migs, yeah, in 12th at the moment. He has boxed for the softs, so he's 8.7 behind Window, who's 6.7 behind Wobble Candy, who's 5 seconds behind our left controller. So these guys have started to come back at the backpack of the field.
Back at the backpack?
Yeah.
I love it. So at the moment, I have to say Sir Josh is still pretty good times. 125.5. He's on 11 lap mediums. Now, the driver running in P8, that is Kiwi, he's also on 11 lap mediums. He's on the 126.9s and 127s. So around Mr. Sir Joshy, the other drivers are doing the 125.8 to 125.2 will be obviously from Grackle there on the softs. So Joshy is nursing those mediums pretty well at the moment in P2.
It's true. He's keeping pace with JD Sev, so that's because JD Sev also on fresh mediums. So long as he stays there, he's still down for a P2 right now, providing no extra mistakes. Again, Peanut's actually looking very close to the back of Guackle right now. I think those hards are starting to come into play now with those softs potentially dropping off with Guackle's 6-lap old softs. Remember, those 3 laps of these softs were under the safety car, so I don't think they should be falling off too much or too badly. But I think in that DRS zone is why Peanuts is being able to keep up pace with Guackle. So we will find out very shortly, because I expect in the next 7 laps, the guys on the mediums will start making their pit stops. So even the guys on the softs, I imagine, would start making their pit in 7 laps, in roughly 5 to 7 laps time. So it will be interesting to see.
Josie and Chris, you guys honestly think that both the likes of Dougie and Sev, obviously P1 and P3, can make those mediums go to the end?
No, they won't be able to go to the end.
So they'll have to box. Is that what's so Joshy then? Obviously not boxing yet. Do you think he's going to etch those mediums out as long as he can and then make a soft run at the end?
He definitely will. It's now a matter of when those tyres start getting to the cliff, because again, the safety car's helped him. It's definitely helped him. But he doesn't want to go over the cliff. And he doesn't have to now because of the safety car. Whereas some of the guys in Tier 2, I imagine they weren't too far from the cliff. As Guackle's lost it, he's into the wall. There goes his front wing, and he somehow gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So that's not helped him, as Kiwis had to take evasive action. I Love Controllers also had to take evasive action. So I think Guackle probably put to the mediums, go 15 laps, and that is probably his race, unfortunately. So, unfortunate for Guackle, he was in a very good position. But, again, we're going to have to wait on maybe another safety car. Or he's going to have to reside to being possibly out of the points. Again, everyone in front of him will have to pit again. So there's still a chance for Guackle. As we can see, Confirmed getting very close to the back of Shadow. Still, he's not able to pass him. Shadow doing very well on those hards. I think with these points, Shadow will jump me in the championship. So I'm going for Confirmed right now. There's only 5 points between me and Confirmed, but I still want Shadow to.
It would look real bad if you curse Shadow right now.
I know. I still want Shadow to finish. Like, Shadow's had a really rough run in the last couple of races. He's been out of the point, since Mexico, he's been out of the points every race, and he was a consistent points finisher too before then. So he was consistently finishing 4th.
Let me know, guys out there in Twitch world, if Josie actually commentates curse anybody this evening, he gets 1 point deducted from his championship for every person he curses. I think that's fair, right?
I don't think so.
Well, it's not really fair because he'll finish on 0, won't he?
Exactly, I don't think it's fair. Hey, it's not my fault.
I was just going to say on Shadow, at the moment he's racing with a bit of an awkward wheel.
You might need to reinvite. Yeah, I was about to say you might need to reinvite him because he's just been dumped out of the session.
Yeah, no. So Shadow's not racing with his usual, Formula style wheel. He's actually got like a classic car wheel on, which makes it difficult for him to reach the paddle shifts. He was telling me. So quite awkward trying to drive with his wheel as it stands, which is probably why he's struggling a bit more than you would like.
So there you have it. So obviously the seat fitting down there and the garage did not quite work out too well.
Yeah, if you look closer, you'll see the wheel sticking right out of the car. It's pretty massive.
You know what?
So Dougie has now. So go ahead, sorry.
Sorry, I was gonna say Shadow is closing down on Peanuts. There's 2 seconds there's 1.8 seconds between confirmed in 6th and Peanuts in 4th. So as confirmed, it was very wide into turn 11, out of turn 11, I should say, and it has compromised him quite a bit because
Keep on the wobbly candy. Wobbly Candy's wobbling his way back into probably a P7 position. He is on the back of Kiwi. So this is going to be a battle of sweetness versus. I have no reference right now as I Love Control. Controller is back in there. So forget about the keyboard, forget about the steering wheel. The controller is going to be trumping I Love Controller. There is into the final couple of corners here at the moment. What can the wobbly candy? It doesn't look like it. It looks like a candy, do it looks delicious. I'm going to eat that car this evening. Well, one thing he wants to eat is Kiwi up ahead and get that P7.
He does. He's going for the move down the inside. Again, medium to medium, but fresher to older mediums. And Wobble Candy does get the job done on... Wobble Candy does get the job done on Kiwi. So, well done. Great pass there, as we have lost the timing board for the telemetry. So this will be interesting. We now have to go off... we have to go off the map on who's closest. And it looks like...
I have it, sir. I have it. I don't know where you get telemetry from.
Here we go. Yeah, it looks like Shadow and Peanuts are getting closer together. So, not far off.
So to give you an update about Sir Josh's situation there, he's running 15 lap mediums. He's still yet to box, as well as Kiwi. So Sir Josh's last lap was 125.4. He's about the same pace as everybody. In fact, he's pretty well good on that. Probably the second fastest driver on the track there. Maybe Stev is a little bit quicker. Remember, Stev has got 5 lap fresher tyres.
Mediums, yeah.
Dougie, yeah, younger tyres is what I was looking for. Thank you. And Dougie, well, he's still faster than everybody else on the track at the moment, which is the reason why he has a 10-second gap.
Yeah, it's 10.4 right now. Just reacting to Iron Giant's message on Twitch for the stretchers today. When do you guys think Sir Josh and Kiwi will pick for the mediums? I'm going to say lap 19, lap 20 will be my guess.
And Iron, we thinking softs, not mediums. He's already on the mediums.
Yeah, he's going to go for the softs, not the mediums. They're already on the mediums, so yeah, they're going to push for those softs and then blast from there. I assume Dougie will just go and do whatever Sir Joshie does just to keep, because, I mean, maybe Dougie could get to the end, but he'll be really pushing. I don't think he will go to the end on those mediums. I think he will stop for the softs, try and push for a fastest lap, take pole, fastest lap, and a race win once again. But again, another safety car could change things, so we never know what might happen. Yeah, it's really just playing. You do need a bit of chance and a bit of fortune, but again, you just have to play to the same things that everyone else has to. So it's who reacts best.
Exactly right. Let's keep an eye on Sir Joshie. Now, Sir Joshie we know has to box. So if he does box, he is looking at probably it's about a 26-second pit stop here because there's a 60-kilometer-hour pit lane in Australia.
I think that's real
Sir
time.
Joshie.
Sir Joshie gets a 5-second penalty.
He's boxing.
So
and he got a penalty.
I think in real time it's 26 seconds. I think in our game it's 19. So at the F1 2020 game it's 19 seconds. So as I think Dartag's pulled that up in the last stream, tier 2.
Yeah, it's total time that is, not to mention the actual pit stop for the slapping on those tires. Well, then Sir Joshie will slap back out P5. He'll be on the softs, but he'll be not very happy camper.
No.
He picked up speeding the pit lane. That's the one thing you don't want, is it? That's one thing you can't get reversed with the stewards. Isn't it? Definitely. Yeah, it's like going down the motorway.
Almost lost the back end of that, and he's going right side by side with Kiwi right now. Will he go around the outside? Kiwi's outbroked himself. I Love Controller does manage to stick in there. They've left each other space. I Love Controller does have the inside, Kiwi around the outside. They're still going for it. They're still side by side, and I Love Controller just holds out. So,
wow,
well
it's
done,
a scary
I Love
place
Controller.
to be side by side.
It definitely is. So, what a pass by I Love Controller. So, well done there. Shadow is getting closer to the back of Peanuts right now. We've got another yellow flag in Sector 1. It's a white car, and it looks like Confirmed has maybe had a brush with the wall.
Oh yeah.
And he's lost his front right end plate, so that's gone from bad to worse.
Bit of a slap on the wing.
It is, isn't it?
Bits missing.
So
Those weird carbon fibery bits that the engineers love so much.
it's true, it's true. Window has actually brought himself back into contention. He's 8/10 away from Miggs, who's not far off I Love Controller. So Window, from a drive-through penalty, has brought himself back in play for some good points.
Yeah, guys, how does that spring up? Who wants to do the number crunching at the moment to see how it's going to spice things up in the championship? Obviously, in the midfield, you'd mentioned there. And you can see, still continuing in the midfield, battles, even into the very last race of the season, the 10th race here.
I mean, it would be really cool if we did have a live,
Tier 1.
live update on points. That would be really cool. As Kiwi, these guys are still going for a Kiwi and I Love Controller. As Miggs does jump Kiwi too. So, going back for it. Miggs coming at I Love Controller for some good points. Yeah, and this has not really been his race, Miggs, I think. It was challenging in Silverstone. Had a bit of a drop in Belgium, and he's struggling a little bit in Australia. I mean, I suppose he did drop it at the end as Window has just gotten past Kiwi, so Window down for 2 points, and Kiwi currently down for 1 point, as Grackle gets himself another 3-second time penalty.
So, run on those tyres on the Shadow. Oh, no, he doesn't actually. He's lucky not losing end plate there at the moment, get caught off guard. And that's why you get caught off guard. You guys know that as a driver, because you're on some fresh tyres. You could brake a little bit later, but you don't realize that the driver ahead of you can't brake as early as or later as you can. It can't be a Daniel Ricciardo on the brakes. And here we go. Should be able to take him to turn 1. Easy peasy.
So Joshy went very wide. It's given
wide.
Shadow another run at him. Should Joshy hold him off? He will. Outbrakes himself, goes very deep. He's done that again.
Oh. Yeah, he's lost that position back. So Joshy under pressure. He's got the best tyres, the best grip.
He's done that twice against Shadow. He's outbraked himself into... I think he's getting a little bit frustrated at the moment.
Yeah, I tell you what, guys. You know who's not outbraking himself? Dougie. 22-second gap. In fact, I think Dougie's actually going to be looking at building enough gap to box and put the fastest lap in, and just to add injury and insult. Let's see if Joshi can get it done again here into 11 and 12 coming up here. This is where you want to close your eyes and just pray there's something to go through here without bidding it.
Well, he's got the run on him now. The DRS will open. Shadow leaves him the space on the inside. Will he try and hold it? So Joshy does go in. There's enough room between the two. Somehow Shadow's holding it around the outside. So Joshy also holding around the outside. Gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. They're still around the outside. So Joshy just holding on, and they finally gets past Shadow. I think, yeah, so Joshy does get also the DRS. So I think he won't sail past, as we also have a view of his side of his car. But yeah, I think that's match set and done. But
yeah, Shadow put up the biggest fight of his life. He didn't want to let Joshy through so easy. And Joshy, well, what he did is caused Joshy into a 3-second penalty. So Joshy's now nursing 8 seconds of penalties. I tell you what, I would want to feel how frustrated that driver would be right there in P4, even though he's battling. He's on the back of Peanuts at the moment. He wants to get up into that P3 position. But, geez, he would be absolutely furious, wouldn't he, with those penalties?
Definitely will. I think Peanuts is actually on. Peanuts and Shadow are both on for a podium, because JD Sev, I do not think, will go to the end of the race on those tyres. He could, but Peanuts looks like he's closing in on JD Sev, so I doubt he will. And I think in this race, Peanuts will win over JD as... Ooh, Jesus. So Joshy getting very squirrely out of that. Will he try and move on Peanuts? Peanuts doesn't really go defensive, so Joshy goes deep. He outbrakes himself, goes onto the AstroTurf. Not where you want to be, but he does get the move done. Oh, again on the AstroTurf once again. So he's getting the move done.
He's being forced into awkward positions on the track because of Peanuts being there. You have to leave space, of course.
It's true. They're not really overtaking opportunities either, so...
No, that's what I'm saying. It's so slow through there, going side by side.
It is.
So he did that last lap with Shadow, that lap with Peanuts. It's going to hurt your overall race time, right?
It definitely will. I suppose, look, What is he now? He's 8.5 behind JD Serve. Now, if Peanuts and Shadow are able to stick onto the back of Sir Joshi, that will drag them closer to JD Serve. It's going to be an interesting fight for third place, I think.
No doubt.
So, these guys 16 lap old tyres. As we can see, Shadow Migs goes and pops in the fastest lap as he's put on fresh set of softs. Guackle's got himself back into 8th place, but he is going to be fighting Migs and Window very hard, and Kiwi depending on how quickly he's able to get onto the back of him. So this will be an interesting fight for P8, 9 and 10 as Shadow gets himself a 3-second time penalty. That's going to hurt him as Dougie goes and puts on the softs. So Peanuts right now is looking good for a 3rd place, and I think if Dougie's put on the softs, I can almost guarantee JD Sev will go and put on the softs. So as JD Sev 2.7 seconds behind Dougie, that's just due to box. But so Joshi pushing for all his might. Shadow, he's going to have to take some more risks, I think. What do we think, gentlemen, so far of this race?
Yeah, I mean, interesting, right?
Definitely is. I mean, we did get the safety car that we didn't know what was going to happen, but did assume would happen.
Yeah, and so many pretty surprisingly large incidents, eh?
For sure. I mean, it all kicked off with Piero dropping it out of turn 11 onto the curb, which would have sent him straight into the wall. We didn't see the incident, but I only assume that is exactly what happened, as Migs is 2/10 behind Guackle.
See the aftermath, and that's what it looked like.
Migs trying to go around the outside as we have a yellow flag in sector 3. I think it's confirmed going slowly. As Migs still holding it, confirmed is going very slowly right now. I think he might have had some extra damage to that wing. I mean, if there's going to be a safety car, the safety car will come out now. I think if another 3 laps, there'll be no more safety cars. So Migs, Guackle's going to fight for his life. Outbrakes himself. Has given probably Migs a little bit more of a smell. Oreo, or 3012 I should say, love Kiwi's livery. It is a very nice livery. Very reminiscent of Aston Martin, as Migs is going to go with that DRS wide open. Guackle goes defensive. I don't know if there's much he's going to be able to do. Migs breaks late. Guackle tries to hold it, but I think soft compared to old mediums, there's not much he's going to be able to do. Guackle's now focus is to Window, who's coming up behind him, which is 4 seconds away. So
Yeah, no, the move was made before they even arrived at the corner. I don't think Buckle was a bit of a sitting duck there.
it's true. Shadow once again getting closer to the back of Peanuts, but Peanuts doing very well. Oh, Shadow's lost it. Into the wall he goes. Oh, that's unfortunate. I know what you're going to say, Biggles. Wasn't my fault. It wasn't my
That's
fault.
another commentator curse, and that's probably like, what are you up to, like 457 here for the season? Absolutely
Wobble Candy's lost it. Oh my god, everyone's losing it. He's just kept it in.
458 now. There it is.
I wasn't even on board with him. So it was
Just
just.
to show you, the conditions are really tough, like surprisingly so.
It is.
I guess the track is just cold enough that the tires might not be working the way that these drivers are expecting. I mean, you do so much practice in ideal conditions, sometimes you don't really know what to expect
It's true.
when they're not ideal.
It's true. The colder the track, the less grip there is. So, what's Shadow's play now? Does he pit for the softs, or does he just hold on? I think he's holding on, so I think he's going to try and make 4 laps out of this front wing. And probably battle... Well, you got Wobble Candy, 1.6 seconds behind. I Love Controller, however, 8.1 behind. So, even if he does lose it to Wobble Candy, he's still got a bit of a buffer to I Love Controller. Commentators goes for Jules as you're on board with Shadow. Look, it wasn't my fault. Okay. Wobble Candy just happened to be in the frame. I wasn't even on board with him, so...
Is that what we're expanding the commentator's curse to?
He was in the frame.
Anyone in eye shot?
But, Piero, man, I am annoyed. I'm not going to say that, but I am annoyed at myself. I can imagine you are. You were sitting in second, so... I would like to
Oh
know...
my god.
I'm pretty sure look, let me know if I'm right, but did you lose it on the curb out of turn 11? On the tricky curb, the high curb?
So, quick update on you with Guackle. He's just clattered the wall and removed his end plate.
Oh, wow.
Presumably on purpose for less downforce, but actually probably not on purpose.
So, ooh, as we just missed Wobble Kenny passing Ubiquitous Shadow. So, it's now Wobble Kenny's going to go after Peanuts, but I don't think he's probably going to be able to with 19 lap-old mediums. It was the chicane. Oh, so you lost it at the chicane. It wasn't the curb. That's okay. I mean, that chicane is also very treacherous, but it's more the curb that's the bigger issue.
Oh my god. Alright, Guackle's removed his other end plate.
Oh, he's into the wall. So,
Really interesting conditions here on track.
it really is. Driver's really struggling. So, both chicane and curb penalty. Okay, there we go. That explains it. So, and Guackle continuing. That's even more interesting because, look, Kiwi's closing him down, and I suppose he's going to try and fend him off as much as he can. So, Joshy, 4/10 behind JD Sev for that second place, closing him down at every turn. Those tyres, I didn't think JD Sev would go to the end, but he is going to try. Oh, wait, so Joshy getting very close to the back of JD Sev. I think JD Sev's going to be a bit of a sitting duck here as soon as the DRS opens. It is open now. JD Sev already going defensive. Sir Joshy's not going on the gearbox just yet, but he's already going defensive. If Sir Josh is able to hold a tight line through here, get the DRS open, he needs to pass JD Sev now because those penalties will come to haunt him at the end of the race. So Joshy going around the outside, JD Sev leaves in the space, so Joshy is gone. So Sir Joshy has 2 laps to build an 8-second gap on JD Sev. It will be possible if JD Sev's tyres do begin to fall apart. As I think, who is that red car? Guackle has lost it once again. He's now in 11th spot. So
Yeah, we need to peel off that downforce. These cars really are a nightmare to drive, aren't they?
they really, really are. So it's now down to this last part. JD Sev, 5/10, probably deploying all that ERS. We got another yellow flag, and Guackle looks like he's going very slowly. So Joshy needs to get away as fast as he can, but it's just as long as you can see, just front wing on the end, which disappeared as the marshals cleared it instantly. The moment you blinked, it was gone. Yeah, so Joshy needs to try and get away from JD Sev as fast as he can. He's also in danger of, as Guackle has retired from the session, he's also in danger of losing out to Peanuts. Peanuts is only 9.2 seconds behind. So he needs to get out as fast as he can. Piero, man, the car oversteered me. After the oversteer, the tire just popped. Yeah, it's, again, easy to do there. It really is. With these colder conditions, probably didn't make things any easier. So, what is the penalties at the moment? If we do have a look, 8 seconds to Sir Joshy, 3 to Ubiquitous Shadow, Kiwi with 3, confirmed with 3. So, right now, as we have a yellow flag in sector, at the end of sector 1. So, who is that going very slowly? It looks like, it's not Shadow, it's Peanuts also missing his front left end plate.
What's happened to Peanuts?
Peanuts has obviously had a bit of an accident somewhere. He's going to have to continue without a front end plate for a little while.
Yeah, it's much too late for him to bid, isn't it?
It is, as I Love Controller. 1/10, he's going for the move on Ubiquitous Shadow. Oh, a bit of a touch. Ubiquitous Shadow just holds out. I think he's going to have to defend for all his might because the more he fights here, he's going to allow Window and Mix getting closer and closer to him. As we are on the last lap, I Love Controller trying to go around the outside. Will he make it work? He does make it work, and he goes.
I think Shadow backed out of that a little bit. Probably pretty reasonably so. With the wing damage, you just can't throw it in there like you would normally.
It's true. I think he knows Window is also closing him down too, so he doesn't want to lose too much time here. He's going to at least get some points, which should move him up into 4th into the driving standings, which overtakes me. Wobble Candy, however, closing Peanuts down very fast. The gap has just been reduced by 2 seconds in the last 2 sectors. So that tire compound not playing into any effect now because of the damage to Peanuts. So guys now really struggling on the tires. Shadow does have a 3-second time penalty, and Shadow's in danger of losing it to Window, who's now almost 3 seconds behind. So it's going to come down right to the wire here as Dougie Falcon comes around to complete his win of the race, and Shadow gets himself another 3-second time penalty, and Dougie puts it into the wall as he goes across the line.
Celebratory smash.
It is, as Shadow is also in danger of losing out to Miggs as well for a 9th place. He's struggling, but he's just holding on at the moment. Sajoshi does finish in 2nd, but will be jumped by JD7. He is, so Sajoshi does finish in 3rd. JD7 takes a 2nd place. Window getting very close to the back of Shadow. It's now under a second. Window doesn't really need to do anything. He just needs to sort of sit there because he will take that 7th place. Shadow just needs to focus on trying to keep ahead of Miggs. So unlucky for Yukio Shadow, but he does at least get some points. Window coming around. Willie, he doesn't want to, almost does it, but Window will take it. As Sir Joshi, ooh, in the middle of the track with one tire off. As Miggs has spun around, Miggs does get it in front of Shadow. Kiwi comes around. He will get a point for his Aston Martin livery. So the temperature was the reason by Piero. So I definitely thought that might have been a reason, the temperature. But that does mark the final race of Season 2. What a season. What a race. I Love Controller does get the driver of the day. Viewers, Twitch and YouTube, let us know what your driver of the day is as well in the comments down below. As Dougie falconing his way onto the podium with the Egyptian walk. But Zox, driver of the day to Sir Joshi. Sir Joshi had to make a lot of overtakes, so I like watching him hit people. I don't think that was his intention, but 1 point in Tier 1. Well, Kiwi, you did get the point. It's yours. You did keep a point to Tier 1, so well done, Kiwi. But as you can see, the final standings, Dougie Falcon wins the last race of the season. JD Sev takes home a podium in 2nd. Sir Joshi 3rd. Peanuts 4th. Just Wobble Candy 5th. I Love Controller 6th. Well done by I Love Controller. Windows 7th. Miggs 8th. Yukio Shadow 9th. Kiwi 10th. Confirmed 11th. Guackle 12th. And Piero, the last of the last, in the 13th with the DNF as well. But, Biggles, what have you got to say? You there, Biggles? I think you might have fallen asleep.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there he is.
There we go.
I'm going to accuse you of having fallen asleep once again.
Almost.
I know it
Yeah,
must be
go
hard for 4 o'clock in the morning for you, so thank you so much for joining.
Early hours.
So Joshua Clark dominating win. It really was, but again, I think you can say both track temperature. I mean, I suppose it didn't help. The safety car did and didn't help Sir Joshi and the guys on the mediums. I mean, it gave them the track position, but as soon as they got within, I think, lap 15, those medium tires began to fall away while the guys on fresh mediums started coming into their window. So, again, I suppose it's one of those races that what could have been. Iron Giant, the whole field, in my opinion, should get driver of the day. Very valiant. Very valiant. So, great to hear. Yeah, I suppose we'll move on to driver interviews. Chris, who have you got on board for us?
I've got Sir Joshi in the waiting room right now.
Let's move him
We'd
straight.
like to bring him in.
Move him straight in. All right, so Joshi, you're the first driver interview of the day. You there?
Yep.
How you going?
Um, not the best at the moment.
Yeah.
Pretty probably one of my worst races of my career, starting with the failed qualifying lap and then absolutely obliterating window and getting 5-second penalty in the pits, getting damage from ubiquitous shadow, all sorts of stuff just went wrong that race for me.
Did want to ask because we couldn't see it from the stream angle. What happened between you and Window?
It was very weird. So I was going around the outside after the far chicane, and on my screen he ghosted, and then all of a sudden we were inside each other, and the next thing I knew he was just
In the wall.
spinning around like a helicopter. So yeah.
Okay, so look, no, look, send through that incident anyway. I mean, if that was the case, then I think you'll avoid a penalty due to game glitching. But again, send it through anyway. But nonetheless, look, you still got a podium in the final race of the season after starting qualifying in sixth. Again, how much quicker do you reckon in qualifying you could have gone had you gotten the lap together?
Well, I was up 1.6 seconds coming out of the final corner, so it would have been in
A
2/10 behind Dougie's last lap,
Yeah,
final lap. So
which is
yeah.
what I sort of predicted you would have sort of been around. I reckon honestly, I was kind of voting for you to kind of almost pop him into qualifying, but
Mm.
nonetheless, you still had the tire advantage towards the latter part. But do you reckon the safety car hindered you, or did it help you?
I think it's kind of hindered me because Dougie was able to get those fresh mediums, and just from there he was basically on the same strategy as me, just on fresher mediums, and with obviously better track position in the end. So I think it hindered me, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, I kind of was thinking the same thing too, but yeah, track position would have helped, but yeah, tire at least to gave you the option to push a little further. I'm assuming you watched the tier 2 race, yeah?
Yeah, did.
Yeah, I'm assuming you would have gotten the insight from some of the guys on the mediums that managed to go to lap 18 with them.
Mm.
So, but
So
nonetheless, it was at least you got some fun, entertaining battles in there for your last race. So
yeah,
you come
that's
into
good.
do you come into season 3 with a bit more of a high after one season with us, or what's your feeling for season 3?
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully, trying to get some more closer battles with Dougie, hopefully, and yeah, just all around quicker pace, and yeah, let's see how season 3 goes.
Too easy, too easy. But nonetheless, thank you so much, Sir Joshy. I really hope you've enjoyed racing your first season with us. So
Yeah, that's good.
that's good,
Thanks.
great to hear. As we will move on to JD Sev, our next interviewer of the day.
Hey man.
How you going?
Hello.
You there?
Hello. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
You good?
Yeah. Good. Good. Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's
good.
like 9 o'clock here in UK,
Oh,
so
okay.
I woke up early for the race.
Another early rise, same as Dougie. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, you walk away with a second place podium.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't expect it really, because Australia is not the best track for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't have pace in Australia. I don't know where I got the pace this morning. Maybe it's the coffee. I don't know.
But nonetheless,
But yeah, it was good.
that's good. What were those medium tires like at the end? You did make them, you pushed them, what was it, 22 laps, I think it was. 23
Yeah, I think
laps.
because I based my time on the guys behind, like the ones running on hards,
Yep.
and I could see I'm even if even with coasting, I could still gain a couple of tenths from them. So I just tried to save my tires till the end. But then Sir Joshi was like on my back at the time, and it was like 16 seconds plus the plus his penalty.
Yeah.
So I was like pushing till the end, and I think by the last lap it was like 80%
Wow. It's
tire wear.
yeah,
Yeah,
close to tire punch away. But
yeah,
you still made it work, so well done nonetheless. You do take that second place. Does that give you any momentum going into season 3?
yeah, definitely. I mean, well, I need to improve my pace so I could like even be at par with Sir Joshi, but yeah, I need to have more practice.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that goes to everyone all around, including myself. Practice is the big one. So, but nonetheless, second place. Well done, JD Sev.
Thank you.
No worries at all. And last but not least, our race winner, Dougie Falcon. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How you going?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Same
Fun
as
race.
yeah, fun race. Same as you. Had the morning coffee with JD Sev.
Yeah. I had some biscuits as well to help me along, I guess. It was alright. Got with Paul. Had a race. The race was pretty clinical. Safety car kind of ruined, like, me trying to go a bit longer because I built the gap, and then yeah, so I had to go rebuild the gap again. It was pretty chill, to be honest.
That's good to hear. But nonetheless, do you reckon you could have done what JD Sev done and gone to the end on the mediums, or do you reckon you were just gonna go for the softs anyway?
I was looking at it, thinking it'll be kind of a task, but I didn't want to do it, and I had the gap to pit anyway, so didn't want to risk it, so I just pitted for the softs just to bring me home. I think I had like a 20-something second gap, so I was like, okay, might as well not risk it and just build back up the gap again in case of any safety cars or anything like that. So yeah, it was. I just didn't want to risk it really, but it was. I didn't know it was possible, to be honest, and fair play to him to actually making it possible. So
No, that's fair enough. Actually, the one question I probably wanted to ask Sir Joshi and JD Sev, but I'll ask you, how was the track? 'Cause I mean, a lot of drivers were struggling out of into corner exit. So were you struggling with the tire temperature or with the track temperature being lower than usual?
not particular. I mean, yeah, I suppose, yeah, in a way, in a sense that it was a bit more unnecessary, but you had to like really work the tires to make them to your advantage. So I
Yeah.
suppose it didn't really affect me too much because I kind of worked the tires quite often because I was pushing pretty much. It enabled me to push every lap, and that's why I went for just to try to push every lap,
Yep.
and it felt good.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't really notice it too much, but I could understand why it probably affected a lot of people.
Yeah, no, that's fair
My,
enough.
my only question to you, because I get asked every single time, and I keep on asking, why do we use multiplayer cars?
Simply because it's as even as it possibly can be. Plus, it's something different from our end as well. So
Mm.
being able to use the multiplayer cards sort of sets us apart from majority of other leagues. So it's a combination of the two, but also getting people to have their own liveries and stuff as well. There's a few reasons, but we thought being best, making the field as even as possible, was one of the main ones. But I suppose you don't really have a teammate, so you're in this for yourself basically. Um, yeah, those are sort of the main reasons. But I mean, maybe in the future we'll look at having teammates, but for the time being, it's just individual performance at the moment.
Yeah, fair enough. I get asked every single time I do a stream, and it's just like, why do you all use multiplayer cars? And it's like, this is the first question everyone asks. And then I'd be like, I don't know, I'll ask them, and I always forget to ask.
Yeah, no, that's
So,
fair enough. Look,
perfect timing at the end of the season, so I'll just
no, that's fair enough. Look, the main thing is it's a point of difference for us, so it sets us apart from majority of other leagues. So
Hey, plus can't forget we get some pretty sick livery designs, and I think we should probably do it in the off season. Have like a best of livery competition or something along those lines.
I think so too. I mean, would you be down to making the best possible livery, Dougie?
I'll try, but I probably won't win. So that.
You never know.
No, I really don't mind that blue livery you got going on at the moment.
The
It's
blue one.
the one you're using, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of conjured that one up quite quickly. I was just like, yeah, that'll do. Looked quite nice. I was just like, yeah, I'll just do that. So
That still looks nice, nonetheless. But well done anyway. You're the last race winner of OCT1, so well done.
thank you.
No worries, Dougie. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Sir Joshi and JD Sev, for joining us in the interview box. We, I suppose, move to the part of the night where we end everything for season 2. This is it for season 2.
That's it. I'm coming to yours for the barbecue that you promised me.
It's open. The barbecue is open. But nonetheless, like it's kind of sad in a way because it's a championship gone, but I suppose one championship stops, another one starts up again. So
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not too not very long at all.
it's true. It's true. So, but we will look forward to season 3. We'll have all those details sorted out hopefully soon in the next coming week. So, but
Watch the space.
yeah,
Also, some fun off-season events I'm sure will get done.
oh for sure we will. There'll be plenty of off-season events coming around. So viewers, stick around for those. Not tonight, but in future, in the next coming weeks as well. In the time being, viewers, if you still want to stick into OCE, catch up on all the videos, all the past races. They're all up online on YouTube. Highlights, top moments, even the off-season events that we did between season 1 and 2 are up there. Check us out. It's all work in progress, but we've been at it since day 1. So, Biggles, anything to say on the last part?
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much, guys. OCE is an absolute racing league and growing, and you can see from the drivers there. But the team behind it, a great bunch of blokes, and thank you very much for allowing me to be part, and thank you very much for, obviously, if you're not a part of this league, be a part of this league. It's fantastic, and a lot more to come. So thank you very much.
No worries, Biggles, no worries at all. Thank you for being with us. And Dougie, same with you. Thank you for being with us. It's been a pleasure having both of you, and we look forward to season 3. So, I think we'll call it a night, guys, and we call it there. Viewers, thank you so much for watching. Commentators, Biggles, Chris, thank you so much for commentating once again.
No worries.
So, Biggles, thank you very much, and yeah, I suppose that marks season 2. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. We'll see you in the off season and for season 3. See you guys.
Ciao.